Welcome to AlphaCars Service Center. My name is Dimitri, and today we are looking at the Nissan Skyline GTR. We are doing a maintenance procedure of cleaning carbon, and we're using the system setup, and we're using this GDI BG product. It is phenomenal. It's for professional use only, and is only sold to professionals. So the way we set up the system, we disconnect the fuel pump by means of removing the fuse, and then we pinched off the return line, we pinched off the supply line just in case, we connected this system, and then we're going to run the engine. We did warm up the engine prior, and we are going to run the engine. So again, this is a maintenance procedure, and we confirmed that there are no massive scaling carbon deposits in the cylinders. You need to be careful with that, because if you do have such thing going on and you start cleaning using this system, the scaled carbon may start separating and could potentially, remote chance, but it can happen, can cause some engine scoring. So you need to make sure, there's always a chance of that, but you certainly want to make sure you don't have a massive amount of carbon buildup. So I think we're ready to go. So we're going to start up the engine on this GTR. So we start off at idle just a little bit. It's going to soften up anything that's going on in the intake manifold, because this is a rail injection system. So the cleaning solution is supplied through the injectors to the intake manifold, and we're going to have the effect of cleaning the intake valves, combustion chambers, as well as the exhaust valves. We use this simple but reliable mechanical device, and we're running it a little over 1,000. We may kick it up just a tiny little bit, and so we're running about 1,800, 1,500, and the engine runs nice and smooth.
So after Dimitri's segment of this video you just watched, unfortunately our audio did not want to cooperate with the noise of the engine running. So now I have a little before and after of a couple of the valves in one of the cylinders, so I can kind of explain how really the value in this service and what it's doing for your engine in maximizing the efficiency and the cleanliness. So if we look at this before on this left side here, we can see in the valve seat just how caked up that is, very kind of crusty. That'll even cause low compression, it can. And we see just how dirty the cylinder wall is, this other kind of valve seat here of what we can see, and the buildup. You know, it's really just kind of caked on with carbon. There's no big chunks or anything that are going to damage the engine, as Dimitri mentioned before, because you definitely don't want to do this service if you have some major buildup where chunks can break loose and then, you know, cause internal damage to the engine. So, you know, this service, it cleans the whole combustion chamber, so your cylinder wall, your valves, the piston itself. So now looking at the after picture, we can see how clean this valve seat is now around this kind of ridge around the valve, you know, the cylinder wall. You can see it may look like it has some scoring, but that's just some streaking from the oil on the cylinder wall. And I mean, just really look at the difference with how shiny these surfaces are now. And the final step to this procedure, which is not shown on video, is adding a solution to the fuel and then driving a few hundred miles. And any of the remaining softened carbon, which you can see right here next to this valve, anything like that will then be cleaned the rest of the way by just driving it with the diluted solution in the fuel. And, you know, it's really impressive that it cleans this area around the valve, because then that'll prevent, more buildup or accelerated buildup around that valve seat again. So really, we recommend a service like this around once a year, just to make sure your engine stays, as efficient and running cleanly as possible. And as I mentioned, this service can even improve the compression in your engine and definitely help maintain it. So with all that, I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to us here at AlphaCars, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about this service and get you scheduled in for your own vehicle. So please like this video and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more exciting and informative content.